Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Fulton High School. It is January the 8th, 2019, the start of a new semester and the start of a new calendar year. I'm very excited about the opportunities that we have to share this time together to walk through this journey of second semester. I do believe that 2019 is going to be the best year ever we experience here at Fulton High School, and that's going to be because each of us make the decision to make this our best year ever. A lot of great things in store for us this semester. We're halfway through the 2018-2019 school year. We got some grades finished, credits put on the transcript. We're going to build on those and continue to have a great 2019 school year. I want to welcome all of our new students who've joined us here over Christmas break, over the winter break here. We get a lot of new students. And for those of y'all who don't know me, my name's Rob Spees, and I get to have the pleasure of serving as principal here at Fulton High School. This is my 7th year to do this job, and I'm blessed every day to get to come here and work with the greatest teaching staff and support staff at any school here in the great state of Tennessee and get to work with about 1,000 or so great students every day. And again, 2019 is going to be our best year ever. And you see here we got a Fulton family logo. We started rolling this out here a couple years ago, and I'm very excited about the momentum that we see with us around town. I love going out to the mall or to a restaurant somewhere, and I see folks wearing Fulton family gear. They got that logo out there loud and proud, and I'm excited about that. It makes me proud to be part of the Fulton family. I hope each and every one of you guys still connected to our Fulton family. I want you to know that's an important thing for us as teachers and administrators and support staff. To let you guys know that you're loved and you're cared for, and we're going to fight for you guys here at Fulton High School. It is our job to give you the best educational experience possible, and it's our job to lead you through high school to prepare you for your post-secondary education, some kind of education that's continuing after high school, whether that's a 2-year school, a 4-year school, or technical or trade school. If you ever need anything from us, there's some way we can help you. You've got an issue going on, you've got a financial burden, you've got just drama in your life and you don't know where to turn, please let one of the adults know, and we'll work hard to be sure we can support you through that process. It is a new year, and every new year, it's a big deal to make New Year's resolutions. I'm no different with that. I make New Year's resolutions, and this year, rather than just a straight New Year's resolution, I was listening to a podcast. I like to listen to a lot of podcasts these days. For those of y'all who don't know what a podcast is, it's basically a radio show, but instead of listening to the radio, you listen to it on your phone or your iPad or stream it some other way. And it was talking about the difference between who goals and you goals. Traditionally, we think about the things we want to do. Excuse me, I should say who goals versus do goals. Little typo there on Mr. Speeds' PowerPoint. Traditionally, we think about things we want to start doing in 2019. What is it that we're going to do to make ourselves better? And those usually last about 3 weeks, and if that, or maybe 3 days, and then we kind of fall back to our previous routines. What I'm trying to do this year is, rather than thinking about what I want to do, I want to think about who I want to be. Who is it that I want to be in 2019? What kind of principal do I want to be? What kind of leader do I want to be? What kind of partner do I want to be? What kind of friend? What kind of son do I want to be to my parents? What kind of father I want to be to my kids? All those things. What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of principal do I want to be to the students here? So what is it that who I want to be, and keep that vision of who I want to be kind of out there and create the best image that I have for myself. And based off that, who I want to be, think about what is it that I need to do to be that person in 2019. And my challenge to you guys is the same thing. Think about who you want to be in 2019, what kind of student you want to be, what kind of son or daughter you want to be, what kind of friend do you want to be, what kind of sibling do you want to be to your brothers and your sisters, what kind of family members to your extended family, cousins, whatever. To think about who you want to be, the kind of light you want to shine to those around you, and think about what you need to become or what you need to do to become that person. Don't think about the things, think about the who it is that you want to be. And the way you get there is to think about one discipline to start. Okay, so again, New Year's resolutions, a lot of people start new things. People want to start eating healthy. They want to start exercising. They want to start studying more. They want to get a scholarship. They want to have a 3.5 GPA. They want to start on the baseball team. Whatever it is, they think about the things. But you can't think about the things. You got to because success doesn't occur in large steps. You can't just go, oh, I want to intercept the pass for Clemson, University of Clemson football team, and run it back for a touchdown against Alabama in the national championship game. You can't just think about those things. That's like a dream. That's kind of a big picture, but that success doesn't start by taking large steps. It occurs by small steps, small disciplines. Okay, it's the small things that nobody sees that produces the results that everyone wants. That's something you're gonna hear me say a lot over and over and over. It's the small things that nobody sees that produces the results that everybody wants. Okay, it's the small things that nobody sees that produces the results that everybody wants. Okay, so for an example of what that may look like, going back to the football game last night, quarterback for Clemson, 19-year-old freshman, starting against possibly the best college football team ever assembled, and he threw 300-something yards, 4 touchdowns, something like that, won the MVP. Okay, everybody who plays quarterback wants to be able to do that. They want to win a national championship. They want to have their best game on the championship game. But what he did to get there was he put in effort and time, working out, running, throwing, studying football, getting his academics in order so he's eligible to compete at the Division I level in his freshman year. All those things that nobody sees, that's what allowed him to do those things. Okay, flip it to somewhere else. The Beatles is commonly thought of as the greatest rock and roll band ever in the history of music. Everybody wants to put out the White Album. They want to have all these hit songs. They want to start the British invasion. They want to go on TV and have girls screaming for them. But the reason they were able to do those things is they spent 10,000 hours practicing their craft, writing songs, working together, playing in small pubs in England that nobody saw them doing, grinding it out to build their skill set to be able to have that type of large scale success. The small things that nobody sees that produces the results that everybody wants. You look at Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. He, at this point in his life, he's started Microsoft, made billions and literally billions of dollars. He's got so much money, he can't give it away fast enough. Huge results that everybody wants. Change the way our world works in terms of creating Microsoft and bringing the computer age into existence. But nobody saw him working when he was a kid in Seattle, working on learning how to code using punch cards, and the hours and hours he had access to computers, the 10,000 hours he spent using computers that were the size of our gymnasium, on these big giant mega computers to start learning how to do these things, and putting in effort and hours doing small things that help build those blocks that allow him to do greater things. Okay, and so where discipline comes in, okay, that closes the gap between what you want and what you achieve, between what you want and what you achieve. You got to have discipline on a daily, block by block, moment by moment, class change by class change basis to close that gap between what you want and what you achieve. Where you are now, where you want to be. You got to do small things on a consistent basis. That takes tremendous discipline. It's easy to focus on doing well on one test. If you say, hey, I got to pull this grade up, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. It's easy to do that one time. You got to have discipline on a daily basis. Again, y'all have heard me say it, block by block decisions. Every time you're in the hallways, you got to have discipline to do the right things to close that gap between what you want and what you're achieving right now. All right, hey, that's a good looking dude right there. It's a picture of me, just to share a little bit what I'm doing. For me, my discipline, I'm trying to start with one discipline and stick with this all year long. I've started a daily devotion that I'm going to try and stick with. I've said these things before. I've got about 2 days into them, and then I kind of just fall to the wayside. I'm going to try and stick with this every day. I've got a devotion that I'm working through, and when that one's done, I'm going to try and pick up another one. That's kind of one thing I'm trying to work into my life, as well as I'm trying to really stick on a monthly budget on my financial side. I'm really good about creating a budget. I'm really bad about sticking to a budget. I end up just spending money where I shouldn't spend money. So I'm trying to stay disciplined to get where I want to go. I got to put in a lot of daily little decisions and little moments to get where I want to go around my budget. So those are the two things I'm trying to work on. I want to challenge you guys to think about what it is that you're doing. Which of the small things that no one sees are you going to work on this year that produce the results that everybody wants by being disciplined on a daily basis? Also want you to take a few minutes to think about the influences that you have on you. Okay. I say a lot that there's no better influencer in our school than students. Students listen to students all day long. I wish you guys would listen to the adults all the time, but guess what? You're teenagers, and that's just not the way teenagers are wired. You guys want to listen to other students, and I understand that. Your peers are the biggest influence on you. Okay, this is another quote I'm going to try and drill in your heads over and over and over. Your friends will determine the quality and direction of your life. Your friends will determine the quality and direction of your life. Think about the people you surround yourself with, your close-knit bunch of students around you. Your friends, they may be your family as well, but that small-knit group, they will determine the quality and the direction of your life, because teenagers listen to other teenagers. And that doesn't stop as you grow into young men and young women and into adults and to mothers and fathers. Who you surround yourself with as friends will continue to determine the quality and direction of your life. If you make good choices in who you surround yourself with and you have positive influences on you, you will end up with a high quality life in a positive direction. If you surround yourself with negative influences, then you will have a negative quality of life and your life will go in a negative direction. Well, no matter what your situation is now, if you want to change that situation and change the direction of your life, think about the people you surround yourself with. If they are high quality people of character in a positive direction, you will follow along that path. If they are low character and going in a negative direction, you'll follow that as well. So be sure to think about who you're surrounding yourselves with. Now, the flip side of that is we talked about who influences you. Now, who do you influence? Because kids listen to other kids, and the biggest influences on students or other students is you have the ability to influence someone else. Day by day, block by block, class change by class change, you have the ability to influence other students. So my question is, are you influencing them in a positive way or in a negative way? There's an old saying that says iron sharpens iron. And what that means is it goes back to, the blacksmith and how iron is created in swords and shields and anything, even thinking about horseshoes. In order to form iron into the shape you need it to be in, you've got to melt it down and you bang it out with solid pieces of iron, like an iron hammer. So iron sharpens iron. You can't sharpen iron with a piece of wood because it's not strong enough. Okay, so in order for you to grow, you've got to be pushed. Okay, so and likewise, you guys can be iron in the lives of other people. So be sure, one, you're surrounding yourself with positive people, and then two, you're being a positive influence on other people. I've said it many times before, if we can ever get the majority of our kids pushing in the right direction, we can't be stopped. Fulton High School will have a tremendous future. Each of you guys will have a tremendous future when we all start pushing each other in positive directions. What happens is, as people, we get pulled into negative directions because it's easy to not be disciplined. It's fun to not be disciplined when it comes to our academics, and then we start pulling in negative directions, and then we lose our edge, we lose our focus. We stop doing the little things that nobody sees that make a big difference. So please think about how you're influencing those around you, how you're influencing your friends, and how you're influencing your family members. And I say the same thing to myself. I need my assistant principals, our assistant principals, to be a positive influence on me and hold me accountable and keep me disciplined. Okay, just like they need me to hold them accountable. They need each other to hold them accountable. Same thing with teachers. We got to be a positive influence on each other and keep each other sharp. All right. New semester. My Biggest thing for you here on the new semester is get off to a fast start. Okay, going back to last night's football game. If you watched it, first series of the game, Alabama gets the football. They got a star quarterback, Heisman Trophy runner-up, unbelievable athlete, Tua Tagovailoa, something like that. He goes out and he throws an interception, and Clemson runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Okay, the big question is, how's Clemson going to slow down Alabama's offense? They got out to a fast start. Alabama's supposed to win. No one thinks Clemson has a chance. Clemson got out to a fast start and said, "Hey, we're here to play. We're going to make a game of this thing." And I don't know if you kept up with it or not, but Clemson ended up blowing them out, handed Alabama the biggest loss in the last 12 years that they've had there. Huge upset in terms of not that Clemson just won, but they just totally throttled them based on getting off to a fast start. They set the tone early. Same thing for you guys. Y'all got to get out to a fast start with your academics. The first 3 weeks, there's so many grades that are easy peasy, lemon squeezy if you guys will take advantage of those. You should all be, at the end of the 3 weeks, we should have all A's. Or we should have 4.0s across the board, because it's the classes haven't really gotten rolling yet. You got a chance to get out to a fast start, get some good numbers in the grade book, and build off those things. You don't want to get off to a slow start. It's easy to go, "Oh, no, I don't want to get back to work. It's, I'm still in winter break mode." If you do that, you're going to end up with a slow start and you're behind, and all of a sudden now you're the other team trying to play catch up. We don't want to play catch up. We want to get out in front to a fast start, and just like the Tigers did last night, and they went on to throttle Alabama. We want to go up to a fast start. We want to throttle our academics this semester. All right, we got a new policy that we've kind of been working on for the last year and a half, if not longer, around extracurriculars and academics. Okay, I really, really, really believe the kids who are involved in extracurriculars are more successful in high school. And there's all kinds of research to support that, and I've seen it here. Our kids who are involved in extracurricular, they do better academically. Also, the kids who are involved in extracurriculars typically are our leaders in the school. They're our influencers in our school, okay? So we've got to have our influencers being positive leaders. And we talked about that a few minutes ago. When you surround yourself with friends who are positive, you have a chance to be positive as well and go down a positive path. We need our people involved in extracurriculars, whether that's band, choirs, HOSA, TSA, Comic Book Club, open studio, athletes, whoever involved in extracurricular. We need them to get off to a fast start, set the tone, and be that iron sharpening the other iron. So we're going to roll out an extracurricular and academics policy starting this semester. We worked with teachers, we worked with coaches, we worked with a group of students involved in extracurriculars and came up with this policy. We're not going to go into all the details and get into the weeds of it today. We're going to do that later on, but I do want you guys to know so that you can get off to a fast start and get this thing rolling. Here's our expectation. Students in extracurriculars are expected to apply themselves in the classroom with the same effort, determination, and grit they show in their extracurricular activity. We have some tremendous extracurricular students. Again, in all levels of competition, we get after it in the extracurriculars. We have some tremendous students who get after it in the classroom. We need all of our kids getting after it in the classroom just as hard as they're getting after it in our extracurriculars. The same effort, determination, and grit they show in that activity, we need to show them that in the classroom. And what grit is when it gets hard, do you back down or do you turn it up and push through? We've got to get to where academically, where it gets hard, we don't quit. It's easy to quit. We got to have that determination, that discipline to push through that and do those little things that nobody sees in order to get the results we all want. And that comes from effort, determination, and grit. In order to participate fully in extracurriculars, students are expected to have a minimum of a passing grade in a course at all times. That's our expectation, is that we are passing all of our classes at all times to participate in extracurriculars. What we're going to start doing this semester at the 3-week mark, if you're not passing all grades, all your classes, you've got to attend tutoring after school. Okay, and we've got tutoring Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the library. We got teachers, we got folks from TRIO there to provide that tutoring. We're paying folks to do that. So that structure's already built in. We've got that. At the 6-week mark, if you're failing one class, you got to attend tutoring. If you're failing 2 or more classes, you cannot participate in competition until your grades come up. Hear me when I say that. If at the 6-week mark, if you're failing 2 or more classes, you cannot participate in competition until you're passing those classes. So the day of I'm failing all my classes all semester long until the last 2 weeks, and I'm still participating in extracurriculars, we're making it a little more challenging and giving some more supports in there so that we're putting in some steps to keep us more disciplined. We're not going to allow that to happen. We expect you guys to be passing all your classes. We recognize you may have trouble in one. So if you're failing one, then you still have a chance to participate, but you're going to go to tutoring. If you're failing 2, you're not going to participate until those grades are passing, and you're going to go to tutoring as well. Again, we'll go over more details on that to come. That's something we've done with students, with teachers, with coaches in order to raise our game, because we can rise to that challenge. We're good with that. We're going to be iron sharpening other iron. That's pushing both ways. You're going to push us to make sure we're giving you a great academic experience. We're going to push you guys to make sure that you're taking full advantage of that. And together we're going to work through this, and we're going to go where we need to go with these things. Couple reminders here. We rolled out the Fulton Drama Llama Log right around, I don't know, Thanksgiving and fall breakish, and we've got some good turnout from that. We don't have a huge number of submissions to it, but we've had a few where students said, hey, this is what's going on. I think I may have some trouble at school tomorrow. And we're able to get a hold of that stuff the night before, and we've been able to squash some situations before they rise up to keep kids out of drama. Nobody wants to be in drama, but what happens is when it comes in your face, it's hard to back down. So we're trying to keep it from ever coming in your face, and this Fulton Drama Llama Log is one way to do that. You go to our school webpage, and there's a link on the homepage there. You can type in what's going on. It comes to us. We jump right on that. We had a situation right before Christmas break where a friend said, hey, so-and-so is having a lot of social emotional issues. She's talking about hurting herself. I'm worried about her. We were able to contact that parent and get that child some support to make sure those things, that didn't happen. So it can be used for either of those things. We've had very, very few kids try and be funny and put stuff on there that shouldn't be on there. So I appreciate you guys for taking this seriously, because this is the step where we're trying to support each other with those things. So remember, that's out there for you. Y'all have heard me say this before. If you can be faithful in the little things, you can be faithful in the big things. What I say by the little things are this all rolls in there together. If you can have the discipline to not have your cell phone out in class, you can be trusted with bigger things, and you're going to end up with better academics. If you can have your dress code situated before you get here, get that situated by 8:45, and then keep it off all day long, you can be trusted in the big things. You know, if you're going to be targeted the first block, you're going to have that lunch attention, and if you miss lunch attention, we're going to get you that after school attention. Sometimes some of y'all slip by, we're going to get you. So you're pressing your luck. Eventually, we're going to get you. And if you're tardy, the second, third, or fourth block, you're going to spend that block in ISS. Please be sure that you're adhering to these things. We're not backing off. We're not letting down. We're continuing to hold each other accountable. We're going to be iron sharpening iron to make sure that we are going in a positive direction. If I want to be honest with you guys, last spring we kind of had a lull. We let some things slip, and then we didn't finish the way we're capable of finishing. And we're going to really work hard this year to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I just want to remind you to be faithful in these little things: cell phones, dress code, and tardies. And if you can take care of these things, a lot of this other stuff never occurs. We do want your feedback on advisory. We've gone to a new structure this year. We've had advisory every Monday. So we want to, now that we've done it for a semester, we want to make sure we want to improve your experience, because it is for you. It's not for us. So we want you to complete this survey. Your teacher will show you the link on the homepage. Please be serious with that. We do take these things very seriously. If you say, hey, I don't like this, but I do like that, we're probably going to give you more of that. So we do want honest and open feedback. We're big boys and big girls. Be honest with us, but please take it seriously, because we will use these changes your feedback to improve our experience. As I wrap up this video, 2 final thoughts I want you to stick with you, and I'm going to keep coming back to these over and over and over One is your friends will determine the quality and direction of your life, and it's the small things that nobody sees that produces the results that everybody wants. If you can keep those two things at the forefront of your mind, you're going to have a great semester. Appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate your time today. I hope everyone has a great Tuesday, and welcome to 2019.